My name is Rochelle. Today I will be your instructor. We are going to do a short chair yoga class. This is really good for your body. It's a really great way to just gently add a little bit of stretching and breath work to your day. You can do some of these poses anywhere, like even while you're at work or you're sitting at a desk or watching TV. It's also great if you're, recovering from injury or if your body is aging and it's just not feeling up to doing like a full mat yoga class. All right, there's a million reasons why chair yoga is amazing. All right, so we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna get started. I'm gonna begin by having our feet about hips width apart. To find your hips width apart, you take your two fists, press them together, hug your knees around your fist. And when you look down, you should see a nice capital H. All right. We're going to start to just connect our bodies to the present moment, closing our eyes. Begin to take in a few breaths, feeling the breath. Just kind of expand your belly and drop your belly. There's this kind of rhythm that you can explore. Relax your shoulders. And let the weight fall down from your feet, from your legs into your feet, from your feet into the floor. As you start to just connect to your breath, just start to notice that you're alive, right? There's this piece of you that is here, present. Sometimes our mind wanders so much that we kind of forget that we're human and that we have feelings and emotions and we're just able to be. See if you can just be in this moment as you are. No judgment, no forcing. All right, we're going to begin to come to. We're going to start to open our eyes. Reset to the space as we prepare for class. You can set an intention for this class. Maybe bring your hands to the heart center. If you pray, this is a good time to maybe add in a sense of prayer for your day. Also a sense to just connect to who you are and what you're setting out for. That's completely valid as well. I just want to be mindful about this moment and just really appreciate it and have this sense of gratitude as you set your intention. Okay, great. We're going to take our hands and place them on top of our thigh. And take your chin, place it into your chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Really allow the nape of your neck to expand. And when I say expand, what it's doing is it's just pulling apart from one another, because as your chin tucks into your chest, the back of your neck has this ability to decompress because it pulls away. Pulls away from the lower and the upper back. Take your right ear, bring it to your right shoulder. And just stay there for a second. Feel the stretch in your left side of your neck. And really just breathe into the neck space. Come back to center. And then we're going to come left ear to the left shoulder. Come back to center. Now take your roll from the right side over to the left. Relax the shoulders, relax the back. And then come back to center and lift up your eyes, lift up your head. Sorry, my hair's in my face. And take your arms, extend them out, reach them up high overhead. Inhale, breathe in, a nice stretch. Take your thumbs, press them together, make a nice little butterfly as you reach up out of your pelvic bowl. Exhale, bring your hands down by the side. Inhale, let's do that again. Arms rise, stretch up, reach up overhead. This time as we inhale, we're gonna lift up, make that butterfly, and then we're gonna roll our bodies, or we should just tilt our bodies, I should say, over to the left. Grounding down through our right sits bone, right? And we're lifting up out of that rib cage. Come back to center. Drop the hands down by the side. Don't worry, we're gonna do the other side. Inhale, arms rise, come back into that butterfly pose, roll those shoulders away from the ears, and then tilt over to the right. This time, really tucking and sinking your left sits bone into the seat, lifting up again out of that pelvic bowl, shining bright like a diamond. Coming back to center, look up, gaze up, and bring those hands down, and then take the hands, bring them behind you, and then just kind of roll those shoulders back away from the ears. Shoulder blades connect together, hands come down. You have this full range, so you can place your hand on the back of your sacrum, or you can lift it up high. You can even lean forward a little bit, doesn't matter. Just find a place of where you want to start. And then exhale, unwind the hands. Beautiful. Good job. All right, take a nice breath in. We're going to take our shoulders, lift them up to our ears, and then roll them back. Inhale and exhale. And one last one. Beautiful. Now let's go forward. As you're going forward, you're going to feel your chest tuck in just a little bit. And as you do that, breathe in and out. And then shake it out. Good job. All right. Let's bring the arms up in front of us. Roll the shoulders back away from the ears. Keep the gaze up to where you are. Take your right hand, wiggle your right hand, sky flip the hand, and then take your left and plop it underneath. And then just gently pull back on the fingertips. So your left fingertips are just pulling back gently on your right. You want to go to about a mild to moderate stretch. This is really good if you have carpal tunnel. If you need a break, you take your elbows and you bring them by your sides and you keep the connection, okay? Don't break the connection. When you're ready, come back out. Taking each finger and just rotate it. Yep. All the way until you get to the thumb. Keep breathing. All right. Let's bring the arms back out once again. Roll the shoulders back away from the ears. Prop your belly up high. Take the left fingertips, wiggle them, sky flip the left hand. Take the right this time, plop it underneath, and then just pull back once again. And breathe. When you're ready, start to do your rotations. Don't hold the breath. All right, roll those wrists down. Good job. All right. We're going to take our arms, lift them up overhead high. We're going to pivot our body over to the right. Come back to center. Pivot our body to the left. Come back to center. Pivot to the right and bring your hands to the outside of your right leg. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You're going to take your right hand, bring it behind you, place it on the chair. You're just trying to get propped up, and you're going to take your gaze and look over that right shoulder. If you want to bring both your legs together, you can. If you want to keep them apart, that's valid as well. And just start to relax the shoulder, lifting up through the pelvic bowl, letting the air of breath kind of guide the movement. It's just a small little pulsating breath, but it helps to wring out the spine from any toxins. Anytime we twist the spine in this gentle way, we benefit by getting the toxins out, letting the breath fill the body. It's like rejuvenating the back, rejuvenating your life in a moment, breath by breath. All right, we're going to come back to center. All right, back to center. Keep the arms up high overhead, and we're going to pivot over to the left, and this time come over to the left. Take your left hand behind you. Again, looking over that shoulder. All right. Use the breath to help massage the back, help you ease into the pose. Slowly bring the hands up high overhead. Come back to center. And bring them back down by your sides. Good job. Breathe in and out and just shake it out. All right, let's go through our first flow of the class. Yes, we do flow in chair yoga. We're going to bring our hands up into mountain pose, roll the shoulders away from the ears, slowly come down, bringing the belly to the thighs, and just relax here for a second. Chin to the chest, shake out the head, yes and no. You can really feel the breath help you to kind of massage certain parts of the spine and the back. And breathe. Slowly press your feet into the ground, half lift, flat back, lifting up out of that pelvic bowl area, pressing the chest forward, pressing the body forward. And then exhale, belly back to the thighs, chin back to the chest. Slowly inhale, lift up, reach up overhead. And exhale, hands come down by the side. And I love shaking it out because these little shakeouts throughout the whole practice just loosen the back, loosen the lower back. And when we start to do some poses down with our legs, it really helps to get into the pose more, right? And that's actually what we're about to start to do. So we want to take our hands and we're going to lift up on our right knee. Right, so the fingertips wrap around the right knee. The foot just kind of hovers. If you want to keep your toe on the ground, you can, but you can also strive a little bit to try to lift up that full leg, right? You don't have to go very far, just a hover. You like to take the knee and kind of bring it up towards the inner arm to get a little bit more space, you can, and then kind of just set into that pose. you'll feel a little bit of balancing that takes place here, right? Because you got one foot off the ground. So squeeze the core, breathe into that. And we're going to place that foot down on the ground. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. We're really just testing the spectrum of our hips. We're getting a sense of what it feels like on our leg. How much strength do we have in our core? Again, you can test that out even a little bit more by bringing that knee up towards the inner arm. You also will notice that there's a little bit of resistance going on here, right? Your fingertips are holding the knee, and the knee wants to fall to the ground, but it can't, right? There's a sense of resistance. And this is really good when we exercise, right? We're using our own body to kind of create our own weights, create our own strength. All right, place the foot down on the ground. All right, good job. Arms rise, reach up, lift up, overhead. Let's go through a flow, but this time we're just gonna go straight through it. Exhale, forward fold. One breath, one movement. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, gaze is up, hands come down by the side. Beautiful. Let's take our hands, lift it up once again, coming over to the right knee. We're gonna lift that knee up this time, and if you can, place it on top of your left leg. You know, it can look like this, okay? It doesn't have to necessarily look exactly like mine. I call this a seated half pigeon, right? So it's a modified version of a half pigeon, which is normally done on the mat. So one of the things that we want to do is just start to ease into this. It's a very intense pose on the thighs and on the hips, right? But you ease into it through the breath, right? You ease to it through the breath. Now, if you can't do this, don't despair. I'm going to give you a modification. So just let me get through this part and just be patient with me. Eventually, you'll get here, okay? Once you find yourself in a position where you feel like you've loosened up that thigh as much as you can or as much as you like, you can start to bring the belly forward, bringing the chest towards the leg. You can lay on your forearms, chin to the chest. You're going to just stay like this, or you can drop your hands completely over. If you're in the modified, if you want to do the modified pose, all right, this is just for those who want to do modified. You're going to take your leg on the right side and you're just going to extend it out. And you're going to come into an extended leg, seated forward fold. Then you'll take your left leg and cross it over, all right? The heels are on the ground, or the heels are positioned towards the ground, and the toes are waving hello to you. Then you relax the ankle. You can hold on to the chair as you press the belly forward, letting the heart come closer to the thighs, and then dropping the hands by the side if it's in your practice to do that. Okay, so like this is that modified version. You can breathe in and breathe out. Both are very, very valid poses. Okay, I'm going to come back into that half pigeon. All right. We're going to stay here for another 2 breath cycles. Slowly lift up the belly, chest, and head, whether you're in the modified pose or this pose. All right, we're in this pose, in the pigeon pose. You're going to take your fingertips, wrap it around your knee, and gently bring your foot back down to the ground. If you are in the extended leg, seated forward fold, you're going to lift the body up the same way, but then you're going to take that left foot and bring it back, and then bring the right back, okay? Beautiful. Let's go through a flow and do the other side. You know which pose you want to do. So arms rise, reach up, overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Find the place that you want to go with your feet. Okay, so you know what you want to do with your leg. I'm going to first come in and demo the half seated pigeon. All right. Remember, again, you're easing into that, kind of rocking back and forth a little bit. And when you find that place of enough comfort, you can start to lean forward, bringing your forearms onto the foreleg or dropping the hands over completely. And my little friend here to join us. Now I'll do the modified just to demo. Little kitty is in front of me. So we take our left foot this time, and then we bring our right foot over it, okay? And we lean forward, okay? All right, you want to try to keep it straight as possible. I just have Kitty here, and I guess she just wants to stay with us and keep us company, which is fine with me. She got good energy. And breathe. And say about another 2 breath cycles. Beautiful. Slowly come up, bringing your fingertips around your knee and gently placing the foot on the ground, back to hips width apart. All right, let's go through a flow. Inhale, arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands come down by the sides or onto the thighs, and just shake it out. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is I'm going to offer you the opportunity to do any pose you like. However you want to do this pose, it's fine. You can take the next 30 seconds to just do this pose as we get ready to close class and come into Savasana. Like I said, this is a quick chair yoga. It's just something to add into your day. So if there's something you want to do with your shoulders, or if you want to revisit some leg work, you can. But I'm just going to say, go and empower yourself to choose a pose for the next 30 seconds. I'll be here. Continue to breathe as you do it. Whatever you do is valid. More seconds. Just continue to do what you feel like is best, and then come visit us in Savasana. Maybe revisit your intention and see if it's something that you were able to anchor onto. And if you weren't, that's okay. See if you can be gentle with yourself about that. Maybe noticing the why. Maybe it wasn't time for that intention, and that's okay. And if you were able, you can celebrate that. Noticing why and how you were able to be successful. And the great part is that you can leave this full practice here. You don't have to take any of it with you today, but you can also take the full practice. So you have these choices. So empower yourself to make those decisions. If you'd like to stay in Savasana, you can do so as long as you like by leaving this session now. Otherwise, we will close class together. Take a few breaths in that are intentional with this idea to reset for your day. Wiggle your toes in your hands. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Take care and thank you.